Can you cue up the Snake Eater theme? After the end of World War II, the world was split into
I
two.
can.
Oh, that's going to drive me absolutely up a fucking wall, you know?
Well,
That. Just got to stop noticing it. That's it. I'm a pro. I'm Philip Schofield. I'm Philip Schofield. I'm Hugh Edwards. I'm Philip Schofield.
you could ignore any sight.
All right, just get ready
Any
to
feelings.
play that. All right, well done.
Or
Nice
just play it.
Get ready to.
Just get ready. Let's get ready.
I always think people with ADHD, like, they only hear the verb. They only hear the verb or the adjective. They only hear do this, or they only hear, like, the insult or the compliment. That's it. Everything else just immediately gets filtered out, flushed away.
That's so true. That's so true.
It's just like, oh, yeah.
Oh, thing.
Yeah.
Command?
It's like you were to fucking catapult something away, and it's like the verb is going and the fucking rest of it is just following behind, and then it catches up. And you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, I love when Calvin
Eat.
like starts doing
Do
a
not
thing.
eat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, simple commands.
Yeah.
Don't play music. Now play music. Don't play. Don't play.
Fucking-
This is-
I just want to do my little brain worm. That's it. Brain eater.
It's reset back to the start.
Okay, that's good. So, can you fade up from black?
What do you mean?
You know the first screen. I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah.
The first screen of Snake Eater, he goes, after the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War. Oh, he fucked it.
Play music.
Wait, what are we doing?
Oh, you ruined it now.
I thought you were explaining.
No, I just
know,
what? So I
he was-
just say all my. I'll do it again. Fuck it.
Yeah,
I'll do it
yeah,
again,
yeah.
and we'll
So-
keep it
so
all in.
what-
Do it all in.
No, but you actually have to do it. I come up with all these. Never mind. Whatever. We'll talk about it in a minute.
Yeah, if you can learn how to do it, you can fucking do it.
I'd fade up from black. That's it.
Oh, just
Calvin! Jesus Christ! Just when I stopped.
I don't know what.
When I stopped talking.
Right, okay. Hang on.
When I stopped talking.
Yeah,
Just when I stopped saying the thing
you
what I
stop-
just said,
Yeah.
just play the music. Calvin, your future career as a sound man is in fucking jeopardy, man.
Jeopardy.
Right.
Okay.
What was it? Oh,
Are you hearing that? I'm not sorry to immediately fucking text something, but are you hearing that interference, Calvin? Every so often.
Maybe
Rum
you
pa
just
pum.
have. Maybe your ears are just ringing.
oh my!
I could just be the
fucking
tinnitus.
gosh.
Tonight. Okay.
Tinnitus. Oh, I don't. Oh, whatever. Fade it back down.
Fade it back down.
Fade it back down.
Right, so can you explain to me? Can you explain to me what this bit you're
It's
envisioning?
the start of Metal Gear Solid 3 when you
I don't.
actually
I
get around
haven't
to playing the
relayed
game.
to memory the start of Metal Gear Solid 3. I'm playing the game in 10 years.
Number one, 20 years, and number two, more fool you. It's the first. It has this screen with the lines that I say, and then it just fades up from black.
Okay,
We're keeping all of this in, by the way.
we'll see.
So just I want everyone to know just how fucking this bit I had that was like this will take 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Is actually like, oh, I just put right. I'm gonna do it now. Fade it down to black.
Fade it back down.
After the end. Oh no, do it again. Pull me back down. Put me down. After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War. You just go. Play it. Play the recording. You just play it. Calvin just paused the recording. That stays in.
Yeah, no. You'll be able to cut that. You'll be able
No.
No,
You had, Calvin, one job. You didn't even have to fade me.
I wish you'd get eaten by a snake, Calvin. Fuck you.
I'm sorry.
Right, well, enough of that shit.
Yeah. Hello, everyone.
You're gonna right there we go. Welcome to the Low Poly Podcast.
Podcast, episode 38.
Tactical espionage
Yeah,
action.
I think I'd be a good super spy. No, and
I would not
So-
want Calvin on saving my game. Calvin.
How big of a box would I need to fucking sneak around Shadow Moses?
You know how hard it is to actually sneak in a box? I've done that. I've tried that at different points in my life. And I was like, damn, this kills the glutes. Calvin, this is all staying in. Tech man on the tech deck. Calvin.
Yeah.
He got asked to do one thing, which is press play on a piece of music.
And he did, in fact, the worst thing imaginable, stopped recording the audio.
And then even worse than stopping the recording, after he stopped it, he just froze and took his hands off the keyboard. Like you're launching a missile. Like, yeah, exactly. Last one touches out. You know what I mean? So
if I don't move, it can't hurt me.
Yeah, exactly. So not only did you make the recording worse, but you also just kept it going.
Yeah.
And we said the funniest shit.
No, that was the funniest part, Calvin.
Lost
No, you
now
barely
to
used the
time.
room.
The
Audio.
funniest part.
Anyway, how are you doing?
I'm all right, lad. I'm worse now. If anything.
Oh, fucking hellfire. Right.
Stop playing with the microphone.
It's fun. It's fun to move. Anyway, I'm a fucking showman. Would you tell Freddie Mercury to stop moving his microphone? You fucking imbecile.
Ew.
Right. What's going on with you anyway?
Fuck all, lad. Fucking, we recorded like 2 days ago, so I feel like I'm running on empty. But it's been nice. Been playing games. I finished Space Marine 1, which we were talking about.
What happens?
Big boys shoot other big boys. Warhammer 40k.
Yeah, that's fair. I
That's
watched
what it
it.
was like. It's actually, you know what? It was surprisingly way better than I was anticipating. I'm talking about the 2011 Xbox 360
the
and
new one's
PS3.
straight, isn't it?
No, the new one's great. But because I was excited for the new one. Me and Calvin were talking about the new one, and then the first one was like a $5. And I was like, yeah, you don't have to play the original, but it's there, and we'll make it better. I was like, fuck it, I'll give it a blast. And
Yeah.
bought the original, started playing it, be like, I'll finish the first before we play the second. And then it blew me load and immediately started playing the second whenever it came out. So what I was doing, because I'm playing the first one on my Steam Deck and 2 on the PS5 at home, I would play 1 intermittently, either when my girlfriend has kicked me off the PS5 or I'm in work or something like that.
That sounds so chaotic.
It's pretty chaotic. But weirdly, I don't know if you've ever had this experience before, but I've never felt this way. Where I was playing through the first game, playing through the second game, and I was learning little bits of information that I wasn't get the full picture of in the second game. And then I would happen upon it like a flashback sequence in the first game, like the next day. So like Titus would be like, brother, I will never do that again because of this one instance that happened. Don't worry about it. And I go, oh, what's this one instance that happened that I shouldn't worry about? And then I'd play the original in the past. And I go, oh, I've learned this.
Just a second. Am I having a stroke, or did we talk about this exact same situation on Sunday?
Not during the podcast.
Oh shit, my bad. Cut that.
That's why I'm...
Fade me back down. Fade me to black. Fade me back down. Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah. No, that's really interesting. Yeah, no, I've never had that before. We're quite lucky, I suppose, that Warhammer is basically the same no matter what is happening. It's always the more or less the same thing is happening.
More or less.
It's like you saying big men shooting other big men is essentially could be any part of Warhammer.
Yeah.
Some of them are little.
Yeah. Some of them are little.
Tower little.
Well, I never played the first Space Marine, but I know lots of Warhammer nonces, lots of mini shaggers. Warhammer shaggers? Yeah, whatever.
Microman.
Little nonces. There you go. Yeah, lots of little nonces raved about it and really, really loved it, didn't they?
Yeah.
It always looked really fun.
It's really fun because it starts off, so the main enemy at the start is the orcs. So it's quite a good, happy, fun time.
Why would they start with the best?
Yeah, so you come in. Well, most of the game is the orcs.
Oh, thank
And then you're having the crack fight and the orcs, and they're hilarious.
They are.
And then it's
Can you do an orc impression?
Wow!
Again, surprisingly not bad. Calvin,
Really?
I don't want you to do a wah. You know more about the orcs, so I want you to talk about crumping.
Fuck is crumping?
What is crumping?
Bash.
We got to crump this motherfucker. Don't think they swear,
They
do
don't
they?
swear.
Why would they swear? That's just vulgar,
It's
Calvin.
not bad.
You're a big knob. Warhammer.
Look at this little knob, Calvin. I want to crump him and take his teeth. Right, there we go.
That's
Anyway,
good.
that is. So it goes orcs,
Orcs.
Chaos.
Yeah.
One in
of
five,
chaos.
man. 1 in 5, man.
Yeah.
Orcs, Chaos, Tyranids,
No,
Chaos again.
so
the second
Tyranids are
one, I
only
mean.
in the second game.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. And yeah, exactly. It's exactly beat for beat the same game.
You know
essentially.
who's not in that, Calvin?
Tau. They were in the 2000 and something PS2 game Fire
Warrior, which is terrible.
By all accounts is shite.
I know it is.
Yeah.
It's got Tom Baker in it there.
That's it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's a crap game.
when-
It's awful.
When we say that Warhammer is just can be boiled down to, it's very rich in lore, but it can be boiled down to big men angry.
It's rich in the same way that like a beef stew is rich. You know what I mean? Where it's like you are just getting beef flavor. It's beefsome. You're not getting anything else. You know what I mean? Like it's just a big pot of fucking bovril in terms of richness. Because there is a lot to go on.
Yeah.
But the variety, the fucking garnish,
Yeah.
the zhuzh is not.
That's
how I would describe it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you love beef and dumplings or whatever,
I
I'm
love beef and
everyone loves beef and dumplings.
Yeah.
So it was really good. But after a while, you're like, fuck me, I've eaten so much beef and dumplings. I might actually explode from all the Warhammer lore.
What do you think? Is there anything else that can be boiled down to that simple explanation? Something complex that people really care about? That's like it's just this and this.
No, actually, I don't think I can. It's no
Like what other things do you like?
Wrestling, which is just big men fighting other big men.
Here, maybe we've cracked the code.
I don't like anything else still, and you should have been more considerate of the fact I only like 2 things.
What other things do I like that you like making fun of?
There's just so much to pick from.
A plethora of things.
Nice.
Yeah.
A cornucopia. Smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord.
A beef stew.
This podcast is like a beef stew, I think. It's very much, if you love beef, you're going to love us. But anything else.
Anything else. If you don't like beef, stay away from the Low Poly podcast. And you can put that in the fucking beginning.
The beefy boys.
You cunts. Anyway.
So be nice to the people of the internet, please.
No. Tell me about Beef Hammer 40.
Beef Hammer 40K. We've talked a lot about Warhammer on the podcast, so this will be the fucking end of it, I'm sure. But Space Marine 2 is so far very good. At the tail end of it. What I'm really excited for, that you do the main campaign, and it does this weird thing where you're playing the missions, and then something else happens on the planet or on the map or whatever.
Yeah.
That sounds like way better cracked than the thing that you're currently doing.
Yeah.
It's like you send off a squad of people to take down this big hive tyrant.
Yeah.
And you're there fighting, and then you hear on the radio, it's like, "We did it, boss!" And all the Tyranids die, and you go, "Oh, thank God, those fellas did it." And you're like, I want to be them fellas.
Yeah.
And you play the whole campaign, but what's cool is that there's a co-op only campaign.
Love those.
Where you play as the other fellas doing the way cooler shit.
I did wonder what the Space Marine customization was, because Calvin, you probably slightly aware of this. There were quite a lot of people a bit perplexed by the variety of ultramarine ethnicities on show, which I was shocked about from an online Warhammer discussion.
Yes. Yeah, came out of nowhere.
Yeah. That's pretty sad, isn't it?
But yeah, the game's cool. First one was actually well better than I thought it was. And if you people on the internet were thinking about playing Space Marine 2,
people?
You people of the internet. Internet people. I would recommend playing the first game if you can get it for cheap. I think it literally still are RPs on Steam for like 50 quid the first game. So don't ever do that.
Not a chance. I think they brought it. I think they remastered it a couple.
Yeah,
years ago.
There's like a deluxe whatever that comes with all the.
You know what was? You ever played Chronicles of Riddick? Assault on Dark Athena. No, Assault on Dark Athena.
I haven't played that one. I played the previous one. Is it Escape from Butcher Bay?
Yeah, which you got for free with Chronicles of Riddick, Assault on Vinegar.
Shut the fuck.
No, but you actually did. You did actually get the previous game for free with it. And
did you?
Yeah, in the one moment where a game company was like, "We'll just be nice to you," and everyone, "Fuck that."
Yeah. Dark Souls did that too, didn't they? Dark Souls 1 came with Dark Souls 3. Do you remember
Yeah.
this? Yeah, like if you bought it in like the Xbox One, it came with a download code for the
That
better
probably
game.
that's probably the only other game that would have a similar effect to
Yeah.
you, where you play 3 and then you switch to 1 and you're like, I genuinely could not tell the difference. I don't think you basically are just doing the same thing.
This is more stuff.
Which cathedral am I walking to now, guys?
Chronicles of Riddick: Escape from Butcher Bay. I think that's its fucking name.
That is its
is like a childhood game for me. Where you get the bathroom shivs and you're like shiving all their fucking prisoners. I was like 7 playing the Xbox original, being like, yeah, get 'em.
Yeah, they're not
like toothbrush knives or something.
they're not the greatest games of all time.
No.
But then the Chronicles of Riddick is not the greatest film series that has ever existed.
See that I think because I just thought it was a game that had Vin Diesel in it. I was like, oh, this is great because I was just a child. And then when I seen it was a film, I was like, oh, they made a film of the game Chronicles of Riddick: Escape from Butcher Bay. And I was so furious when it was fucking shit.
I was like, in the second film, the baddies are called the Necromongers, where it's like,
say that
so it's
anymore.
like fishmonger,
But
for dead people. What's the worst monger? Fish, iron, or war? Sorry. Stole that from Alan Partridge.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do it. Here, the best artist steal, Josh.
Yeah, I don't think
Is
they're
that what
quite as
Picasso said?
obvious. You know what? I'm going to steal from one of the biggest comedy icons of the last 50 years. What's it called? I finished Crow County.
Oh, really? Oh, sick.
Yeah, really? Sorry, I don't know why I did that. That was kind of arsey of me. I just wanted to match your energy. Yes, I did. It was good. It's quite easy. And the ending's pretty dumb. But not in the kind of good Resident Evil way you want it to be. It's like, oh, really? Kind of dumb.
Oh, really?
No, not like, oh, really? It's like, oh, really? Yeah.
How long was it?
Oh, super short.
Really?
Yeah, you could piss through that in like a hole in the snow.
Really?
Imagine you've been driving for hours and you consumed quite a rich beef stew and you're very hot inside and it's been snowing. That's how quickly you could get through.
Okay, right, I get it.
Have I been clear enough for you?
Yeah, I think so. I think you know exactly the run time.
It's good. It's 5
5
good.
to 7 hours.
I
Got it.
don't think it's like is amazing. It's just nice. It's good, cozy survival horror.
Yeah.
It's a good baby's first survival horror game. I would
that's
say.
nice.
So yeah,
I feel like a lot of games that do that. I'm a PS1 remake. I'm a SNES remake in the present day. All have that similar sort of vibe.
Yeah.
Where it's like none of them exceed what they are inspired by.
Shovel Knight, better than any Mega Man.
And you know what?
Literally better than any Mega Man.
I think I agree. Shovel Knight is fuego. I really liked Sea of Stars. I really, 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 really like Sea of Stars.
Chrono Trigger.
I still haven't really played Chrono Trigger.
Okay, well.
It's one of those.
I'm gatekeeping that one.
I've played the start of it and was like, yeah, this is sick. But,
Dylan Lynch.
I did it when basically got to the time travel bits.
Oh, it gets, and you're like, oh, right. Yeah, this is gonna.
I understand this
Yeah,
game.
I had that
this
the
fucking
first
game.
time I played it, where I was like, oh, this is a much bigger game than I was expecting. And
yeah.
I went away for like 2 months. Yeah, it was not. It was.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I hate that feeling with games where you like you want to just relax and play a game.
That's a. Yeah, sorry.
And you buckle in. And you go, oh, I haven't buckled hard enough.
Buckles are flying loose as we speak.
Shit.
Yeah, I get
I'm
that.
in danger.
Every RPG, I've said this before probably, you start off in a dungeon or the countryside and you're like, I think I've got a pretty good grasp of it. And it's like, right, you think you know your shit? Well, here's the big city. And I'm just there like, oh my fucking God. I get like Katie, I'm like, I need to speak to everyone because I'm like missing content. Otherwise, I'm just like, this is going to take so fucking long.
Yeah.
And it's going to be so boring. And I already don't read the quest texts anyway. So I'm just going to be here for so long, which could very easily be remedied by me just reading for a minute. But am I willing to do that? Me? It's me? No, not really.
Those glasses aren't even real.
It's true. I don't have eyes. They just painted on.
Like one of your minis. I've painted Josh in the Warhammer fashion. He's my big man.
You are a little nonce. That is pretty There it is. There it is.
Yeah, I had the same with Red Dead 2. I started it, went, this is a lot of snow.
Yeah.
And then went, I don't think I'm ready for this, whatever this is about to present to me. and then never played it again.
That's literally the exact same I did. Except my Rockstar launcher bricked and wouldn't let me play the game. So I was just like, well, fair enough.
That's such a fair point with RPGs specifically, is that there's so much, I don't want to say throwaway dialogue,
Just stuff.
but there's just a lot of throwaway dialogue.
Yeah.
I think when I was playing Baldur's Gate 3 and Katie was around, I was causing real physical stress because I do not engage with all of the additional people.
No.
You
It's
are
like,
you
don't
are
give
really
a
stressful to
fuck.
watch play games because you have the information in front of you. Like you could read, and I get it. Sometimes you don't want to read. But when you immediately fumble the thing that you're supposed to do when the text was staring you in the face, and I go, "Why have you done that?" I was like, "What do you mean?" It's like they told you that if you kick the bear will fuck you up. And I was like, "I don't fucking see. What are you talking about?" That's what he's like.
I wanted to kick the bear.
Yeah.
And then I had to kill all the druids.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So we looked into an evil playthrough, did we?
Accidentally.
Bithara, help me!
He Mr. Magoo his way into the Magna.
No, that could be a great verb to describe most of what you do. I would say is Mr. McGee. I don't think I have a hard time believing a lot of what you do is intentional, to be honest. It's like, I think when you play live, they just kind of like tell you you're doing something else. And then when you're not looking, stick a bass on you and kind of like kick you out onto stage. And you just kind of figure out from context clues, like, what's happening. I'm with Calvin, though. I barely read anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, I scan really quickly. And I'm just like, oh. This is just, so I'll just pick out the keywords, kind of like we were saying with you, Calvin. I'll just be like, bear kick, right? Okay.
I missed the don't.
But then I have well, that's it. I'd say where we differ is I take that step to before I do the thing, I go, does this game want me to kick the bear? And I go, probably not a good idea to kick the bear.
I could do with checking things more, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, the gap between
Proofread your game,
you
Calvin.
hearing an instruction and you doing the instruction is like a flash paper. It's like straight away, just immediate action. Just say no more, say no fucking more. That bear is getting it now.
Oh, hell yeah.
I skip cutscenes all the time though.
Oh, really?
I'm
I
like,
never skip a cutscene.
With a friend of mine, Stan, is like cursed that he has to read every sentence twice. Like genuinely, I think a witch did it to him or something because he finds that he's incapable of doing anything. But the result of that is that he's really incredibly well read and has a very good memory for everything he's read. Whereas I think on the surface well read, but in reality I'm just going through stuff because it's boring. I used to do that when I was reading. I'd just be like, I'm gonna skip a page. I'm pretty sure I know what happens between this page and the page after it. You know what I mean?
I'll figure it out.
I've done that before.
Yeah. You're like, it's really come back to
I
bite me.
really need this.
Yeah, exactly. It's really come back to bite me occasionally, but most of the time I think it works.
I've been playing through Persona 4, which is good. I did a little detour for Space Marine, and then I went back into my weeb shit. And it's still really, really good. I'm fighting the second boss, which the second dungeon is about the negative effects of having gay thoughts in Japan.
No, that's not what it's about.
That's the vibe. It's
That's
trying.
not what it's about.
I haven't beat the boss yet, so it might 180, but
It's not-
so
it's
far,
not, it's not about being gay.
which is hilarious because that's what it gives off.
No, because you don't. Oh no, I'm actually going to send this to Stan. Right, I'm going to send him this. I'm not going to say what it actually is. I'm going to send it to him, and then when you keep playing it and you meet the other character that everyone gets wrong, I'm going to send him that one.
Is this a common misconception of
a
this?
super common misconception.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because the whole basically the second dungeon is a gay steam room
No, it's just a steam room.
full of muscly men, and the shadow
Are you not
self.
inferring some stuff from this?
Ooh, Calvin, what an excellent point.
But like he's like a macho character that you're in this like mind palace or whatever it is. It's too complicated.
Yeah.
I'll look at it, whatever. But it's to reveal like their what they don't like about themselves, and it's a gay steam room. That's what I've inferred. And he's like a tough guy. He's a tough guy. You're la Japanese biker man. But then his shadow self is like a really camp, naked, loves sweaty man. He's like, you don't need to talk to girls. Boys are much better. Is literally a line of dialogue. But then I'm sure some things will come to light because I don't know if you know this about the Japanese, Calvin. they are quite homophobic. So I was actually quite surprised at the inclusion of this. So I can imagine it's gonna turn.
I cannot wait.
I'm fighting the boss at the minute, which is the guy naked
Mm.
in a big suit, and his two sidemen are two muscly guys in
I did like it.
thongs.
Yeah, I like that part.
That's a good bit.
Because I am.
Maybe you're just rejecting the actual message.
No, it's very much you are wrong about it.
And I am willing to.
But you know what? Double down.
Double down.
Usually I double down, but you can double down a little bit as a treat. You can double down.
I don't think there's not very many hills I'll die on.
But this
character in the
this
PS2 game Persona 4 is gay.
Yeah.
He's probably not. I understand. But it's really good. But I do that loads in Persona, and I know I shouldn't. Is where like, oh, I've been talking to this person for a while. What if I just?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's so
Absolutely.
much. Like I love it. I really, really love it. But like,
I just wait until the music changes, and I'm like, right, need to pay attention again. Don't care. Some people, some people are insane for actually reading everything that's put in front of them. Could you imagine?
No.
you haven't played any visual novels, have you? I've only done one.
No.
Does Persona count as a visual novel?
No.
Kind of.
No.
It's a lot of dialogue.
It's too fun. It's too interesting. Phoenix Wright, I guess, is a visual novel, and that is boring as shit.
I haven't actually played Phoenix Wright.
Oh, the court bit and the point and click bit is really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then you realize that you can't change the text speed very easily. Even on the highest text speed, it's still really slow.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no like quick skip option,
Yeah.
like on an emulator or something. So you just have to listen to these really, and because it's a Japanese game aimed for children,
Yeah.
it's really obvious. And then they have to tell you that it's obvious. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I played the very opening scene where it's like it opens in the court and you learn the characters, and it's like you figure out the mystery immediately. And I know it's the tutorial of a book or whatever, but but it is so like, yeah, just let me get to the bit, and it for the story purposes is like, no,
Take a moment.
Shinji-kun, slow down. Don't worry. You're a big boy now. You can take your time. You can read the
Take your
words.
time. I don't wanna. Yeah, I bought the Great Ace Attorney, the one that was set in like
Yes.
Victorian Japan, Meiji Japan, right?
Probably, yeah.
I don't know.
Close enough. Yeah.
Close
Who
enough.
cares?
And then I didn't even finish the tutorial because I was like, there is so much fucking talking in this. And as far as I could tell, it was just more talking than any other game. And I was like, oh.
I've talked about it before, but 9 Hours, 9 Days, 9 Persons, which is another DS visual novel that they remade for the PlayStation. And Katie would genuinely judge me so much because I'd be like, I'm going to go play some games. And then I would open the game and then I would put the controller down and just go, and just it would put it on like auto scroll, and I'd essentially just watch it like a video until it got to the bit where you have to do the escape room.
That sounds so
It was
bad.
fucking, and I loved it. It was fucking sick. The Nonary games. So that's the Nonary games. So the franchise is called
Nonary.
The Nonary, because there's 9 of them.
I don't think that's what nonary means, but
I think that's like the whole thing.
yeah, 9 is non. But I don't think anyway. I don't care.
I'm just relaying to you what the Japanese person called it. They don't know.
Visual novels are super boring.
They probably are.
No, there's no probably about it, my friend. They are.
Why is there so fucking many of them?
Because there are a lot of boring people.
I think because they're probably really easy to make.
This is true.
See, this is the problem. I think I would dislike visual novels less if I could skip and go through them faster. But there's no sweet spot. Like if I'm reading a manga, I know I have 4 panels that I need to pay attention for. I can
You
move to
can
the next page.
immediately see how much.
No,
you
it
got.
happens. No, it happens. Perfect. For visual novel, it's
skim.
just text and then it's just someone's face, so it's just me like.
Oh, so really?
You know what I mean? And then it's like, oh, this shit's happening.
Yeah.
And then I can't skip through all that because then I'm just watching me going. You know what I mean? And that'll just be like puzzle starts, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, shit. Do you ever play Danganronpa?
Nope.
No. Boring.
Boring. Nope. You got to know.
Visual novels are so boring that they've just broke your fucking brain.
What do you have to know? You have to know what you like and know what you don't like.
Yeah, that's
Let's
fine.
go with that. You have to know
Yeah.
what's good and know what's bad.
Yeah.
And I know what's bad. No, even people who like, I think you'd like this visual novel.
Mhm.
How long is it?
Yeah.
Because it's hard enough to get me to actually do something that someone recommends me to do anyway. In fact, if someone tells me to do something, I'm less likely to do it just on principle.
Yeah.
But if that also involves a really slow reading game, I'm just like,
I feel like people who are really into visual novels know that they're not going to get people into visual novels, though. I remember we worked with a guy, Matthew Duffy, if you remember. Yes.
oh yeah.
He was super into visual novels, and he's the one that put me on to the 999.
Nice.
And I
Quality
played
taste.
from having conversation with him. I played Aegis 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, another
Yeah.
yeah,
I hear good
another
things.
Rim based.
I've never tried it myself.
And it was also I loved it. Like
We say another rim-based game. What was the first one?
I think just visual novels in general. Just
Right,
us.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know what
Who reminds you of getting your asshole licked?
because I'm sat there like this, controller down,
Legs up.
enjoying myself. Passive Josh. That's what a rimming is to me. My one passive activity.
Oh, cracking this.
just making the faces of visual novels.
So that's how you play. Is that maybe I've been getting it wrong? Is that how you're supposed to play a visual novel? Get them ham bones up in the air.
Yeah.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
the only way to make them bearable.
Sorry. So on to the other rim based game.
13 Sentinels is really good. Really
I've heard,
convoluted,
yeah, I've
really
heard.
convoluted and
Yeah.
mental. They have another game out called Unicorn Overlord that also is apparently very good. It's a fantasy 13 Sentinels, which it's £50 and I refuse. So I'm gonna wait.
No, that's not happening. I think I'd quite like a romance one. I did play I played a romance visual novel on the Nintendo DS called Sprung. I swear, yeah.
It was not called
It's called Sprung, Calvin.
I'm on it.
Fuck it. No, you're not. I saw you not moving the mouse. I can see what you're doing.
What is this? Sprung, a game where everyone scores. Oh,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
hate
wow.
this.
I got this with my Nintendo DS.
Nintendo got
Got
friends.
friends get benefits.
And
That's
obviously
class.
I was like 12 at the time, so I was like, are there drawn tits in this? There's no tits in
Oh,
it, by the way.
tits.
I played through both paths just to see, just to see if there's any.
If this, what is it? E-rated dating sim? Is
I
that
didn't.
What this
I
is?
probably wasn't smart enough to notice the E rating.
Another DS. Sorry, you continue, and then I'll talk about.
I was
my
gonna
own.
say I would probably play because I actually quite enjoyed that because it felt like I was because the whole goal is that you end up with the other character,
You end up
basically.
sprung.
Otherwise, like there's loads of endings, but you're all
Get
just
sprung.
you're just really unhappy in all of them unless you end up with your one
Oh,
soul.
what's happening here?
Yeah, exactly.
Is this Fred from Scooby Doo?
I remember that. Oh, that's wild. Yeah. Oh, damn. Is that
I've
There's
never,
a web
ever,
1.0.
ever heard of this.
right?
This is
Well,
terrifying.
anyway, well, it was
Oh, I
obviously
hate
a
this.
shitty game.
What?
You know
He's
what I mean?
He's going to murder this man.
Yeah, yeah.
And this
I think
girl's
that's like
getting
his
naked.
friend. I think that's like his friend, and that's her friend. You know what I mean?
Stop it. Oh,
You know what I mean?
I think I know exactly.
So
what
they
you mean.
would do all the visual, but I think I would quite enjoy something like that, or something that's a bit more like slice of lifey. You know what I mean? Run a shop visual novel. I don't know. Get a job visual novel.
Calvin, I think you should update your like dating profiles to be like what you're into. It's like, you ever played Sprung? That's exactly what
That's
I
a really wild. That's a fucking deep memory. I genuinely don't know where that was
The
lodged.
DS had a lot of that sort of ilk, weirdly, because it was. I remember being a child. Did you ever play Trauma Center?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You told me about Trump.
I fucking that was half visual novel.
Suturing and stuff.
It was half surgery game, half
You know,
visual novel, like house drama.
you know what I don't trust in the same way that I don't necessarily trust anything out of Japan.
Uh-huh.
I don't trust any anime 100%.
This was like the first weeb shit I ever got into, you know, because
Really?
someone from
They look like Persona characters.
Yeah, no, they were.
this a Persona
It's
game?
Atlas.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is
Crazy.
Atlas. But like, I remember going in. I think I must have been 9 when this came out, 10 possibly. And I went to Smith's toy store in Derry, and I wanted to trade some games in for some other games, as you do as a child, like an idiot. They did like a 4-for-1 deal. If you trade 4 old games, they'll give you a new one.
Did you trade 4 games for Princess Peach Adventure?
Yeah, that was one. That was actually game in a different part of Derry, but this is Smith's. So I was basically coming in, and I think they didn't have the game I was looking for, which might have been like Mario or whatever the fuck it was. And the fella looked at me, a child from County Tyrone, and went, "Do you ever think about being a surgeon?"
He took a chance on you. He saw a lot of potential there. No,
not really. He's like, well, but if you did, look at this. And he fully convinced me to buy this game, and I was fucking obsessed. So obsessed that actually my first job that I wanted as a child was surgeon, and it was because of Trauma Center for the DS. I want to say 9, 10.
Oh, okay, right.
This is I'm not like 16.
That's what I was like. It's not that. It's just
I'm
more
choosing
that's
my
your
A-levels off a Trauma Center.
Your first job that you ever wanted. I was just like, how old? Because
like people are like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And be like, I want to be
pro wrestler.
Until I was 15, 16, wanted to be a forensic pathologist. I was convinced I was going to be.
You have to know a lot of facts for that, Calvin.
Well, yeah.
Calvin knows a lot of facts. It's just not about anything to do with forensic pathology.
No, I was really into it. Like I picked biology at A level, and I was like, I was going to go and do.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Close enough.
Fucking no, I was like, I'm going to be a forensic pathologist. I had books. I had.
Did you read any of them?
Yeah. It was what I now know to be a hyperfixation.
No.
Mm-hmm. But for like 3 years, I was dead set. I had books. I had anatomy sort of textbooks and stuff that I made my dad buy me.
That's what they look like.
I had a non-fiction sort of a book written by one of them people, Undertaker, mortician person.
Yeah.
And then I got kicked in the same sort of 2-month period. I got kicked off biology A level for being shit. And then I played my first gig and I went, oh, this is miles easier. I'm going to do that. So I did.
The siren Saul of stringed instruments comes
playing the bass guitar. Right.
Happens to us.
You know what? Getting back to what I was saying, which is far more interesting than your story. No, it's not. It's not my story. It's just a mild worry I have with any anime, manga, or visual novel would fit into it. Is that I'm not entirely convinced there's no hentai in there. And that's the thing. Is that I said I quite enjoy some of the romance things look quite funny, but I also have a sneaking suspicion quite a lot of them have some hentai in there.
Would you not want that though? No, but like you're 10 hours into the Vizzy Nov, and
you just see some boobs.
And you're
that's what I wanted when I was playing Sprung. Apparently,
I want to get sprung.
Beggars cannot be choosers.
That's what I mean. But like, surely that's the point. That's the game that you do want to be hentai up.
No, I've just realized. Because the whole thing of Sprung is if you can just say the exact perfect thing to everyone all the time, you will end up happy, or else you won't.
Those life lessons.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Sprung.
Yeah,
You just got sprung, Joe.
I just got sprung like a rich beef stew. I've swam to the depths and I got sprung. Damn, that shit's crazy, man.
Yeah. Have you thought about your life? What age were you when you were playing sprung?
Oh, I think probably like 11, maybe 10. I'm only a year older than you, so I would probably be, probably like 10. So I was too stupid to realize.
You hadn't got horny yet?
Yeah, to A, no, that's not true. To A, know what it was, and B, know that it was not going to be on a Nintendo console. But you know what? They got 2 playthroughs out of me, so
that's like, when people would tell you like, oh, you can get like Super Mew in Pokemon if you like do 100 circles and like catch 7 Totodiles or whatever. The kids would say like wrong things.
Get Mew Blue.
Yeah, Mew Blue.
Oh, Mew 3.
Mew 3.
That's what they thought Marital was then.
Mew 3.
I think it was Mew 3 on my playground.
Yeah, but like if you hold L and R for long enough, the girl in Sprung gets her tits out.
Yeah, it was definitely along that level.
If you hold it for 36 hours straight.
Do you remember I had an idea when Calvin was like just propping your eyes open to see some of the most mid-drawn tits you've ever seen.
If you press B quick enough, we'll get the B's out.
Exactly.
So the B stands
the BBs. What's it called? Yeah. Do you remember when we were trying to get Calvin to play games for content before we got lazy with it. And one of my suggestions was just to make you play like a porn game and just see how long it would take you to notice that, and then also see how long it would take for you to engage.
to
fall foul of the sprung adult edition.
How long? That's a timer for Calvin to get sprung.
I wanted to put it in like third. You know what I mean? So we'd give you like a good, easy one at first, and then like maybe a little bit of a scary one to just keep you guessing. But all achievable, and then just slot it in there. Just be like, and there's this porn game here. Just see what you did.
Here's one that a lot of people have played. I haven't. I wonder if your opinion in it is anyway is Doki Doki Literature Club.
I have played Doki Doki.
Oh, see you you've played a million visual novels. You're a visual novel fan.
There's no tits in that one either.
Oh, what's the point?
Exactly. What's the point? It's like, this is free.
Yeah,
no, I was like,
because that came out, and the whole joke, Calvin, is that it's called Doki Doki Literature Club, and you think that it's a normal little romp visual novel where you play a Japanese boy in a classroom with 3-4 Japanese girls, and they all have different personalities. One of them is quite mean. She's the one I always like. And you think it's just a normal romp, and then the joke is that it's like fucked up. And like shit happens in the game. I haven't played it, but the joke immediately got spoiled by the internet. So I feel like I've never felt the inclination to play it because I'm like, the jokes been spoiled 7 years ago.
I just like
Doki
Literature Club. Yeah.
I just like that you have someone who's actually played the game and knows the story, and you're like, I've not played this game. Let me explain.
Yeah, but I'm trying to say my perspective of Doki Doki Literature.
But it's not a joke. It's not like played for laughs. I don't think it's played. It's played like as like a Undertale break the fourth wall game. I don't think a game's ever been betrayed as much by its like Steam tags as Doki Doki Literature Club, because it's got psychological horror in the title. Okay, right. So you already know like it just fucks with you. You know what I mean?
Is it worth going through? Because I've always thought that it's not. Is it one of those?
Like
right, okay, fucking hell.
There is a game called Tokimeki Memorial, which I would like to try, but it's all in Japanese, and also it came out in 1993 or something like that. Look at that.
Oh, this one. Yeah, I know the fucking score.
Where you basically just play you just play a Japanese high school boy who just goes to high school as
trying to get sprung.
I don't
Japanese
think
sprung.
There's nothing as vulgar as
you're never gonna get the sprung experience again, Josh. Stop trying to chase it.
There's honestly like an 8-hour review of Tokimeki Literature Club by this guy.
I watched the first 20 minutes and went, okay, that's enough.
It's anything that guy does is fucking incredible. Anything Action Button does, but a guy basically who speaks like high level Japanese, Calvin like basically translates the game and talks to you about how fucking wild it is.
How long is the video? 6 hours?
It's like a 6
hour video on
it's
this.
It's a
just
quality.
translating it.
No. It's like an actual review.
It's a review of the series.
Gotcha.
But you can only play it if you're fluent in Japanese.
Right.
He's got a perfect memory. He's got a photographic memory. I'm almost certain of it. Yeah, he actually does. That's probably why it's 6 hours long. Because he can just remember all that shit.
That's probably I feel like that's a superpower, that photographic memory.
Feels like a curse though, you know what I mean?
Oh, you can never forget the sight of
all of the worst things you've ever seen in your life.
Your mother getting rattled when you were 6.
Hey.
What?
What?
Huh?
I only heard that.
Sorry, I forgot that. Sorry. I'm glad.
Did you see your man get rattled?
No, it was a joke.
Because she's listening, like so. Are we a comedy podcast or are we a gaming podcast?
Here, who knows, Josh?
Well, I wouldn't. I don't. But
I literally call it. I call it a comedy video game podcast. I literally call it both.
Oh, okay. I don't like that much at all.
Hilarious.
Comedy. I wanted to talk about remakes today, but I feel like
we went down visual novels.
We skirted around it. Yeah, visual novels.
Yeah.
Let's get.
It's a beefy topic. It's fun.
Would you play a game which you knew was a classic if there was a lot of like H scenes in it? Say it's a visual novel.
H scenes?
Yeah. That's what they call them in the visual novel community.
What's it? Oh, yeah. I understand.
You know what I mean? Would you? Is there a
I
limit?
wouldn't shy away. Like,
Is there a ratio? Do you reckon? I want this in the comments, everyone. Is there a ratio of game to porn that you're willing to put up with before it becomes like socially unacceptable?
anytime that I've like looked up a YouTube video of like a hentai game, I've always been like disappointed of
How often have you done that?
like not
Go on.
not 3 times.
Turn the lights up, Calvin.
Definitely more than once.
Definitely more than once.
Um,
Surely you wouldn't play them on YouTube. Surely you play them on like Pornhub or something.
no, but see, most of them are never that good.
Could you imagine playing a fucking porn game and like let's playing it and narrating the fucking porn game and putting it on Pornhub? And then just every time
here, Megami is coming on to me.
Yeah, every time there's an 8 scene, you just stop talking for 5 minutes. You're like, and they just pick up right where you left off. That's a fucking great idea. I bet you someone's already done that. It's really sad because I would definitely do that.
But here, I think every game should have like 2%.
2%.
Just 2%.
It's like the piss to water ratio, isn't it? Is that I think there's a ratio of there's a ratio of nudity to content in every piece of media that we're willing to accept.
Yeah. Like the opening scene, is it God of War where he bucks? Does he kill his wife or does he buck his wife?
I think both.
He
Don't they
both, he
root
does
and
both.
then he just
That's the 2% I need.
it's just at the beginning.
Just
You want to front load
or
it?
the end.
You want to front load it?
As the like in Metroid, that has a 2%.
Does it?
When you beat the game in under 2
when
hours,
thing comes off.
Comes
yeah.
off. Yeah.
Right.
That was
What were you
made
going
for
to ask,
children.
Calvin?
I was going to ask what games that you like currently that don't feature any nudity do you think would be improved most by the addition of
Raider.
nudity?
Space Marine 2,
Tomb Raider.
obviously.
Definitely Tomb Raider.
Titus
Come with me, brother.
fucking a tyrannid.
Titus fucking his battle brothers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, hang on. Can I change my answer? I went really boring. I was like, Lara Croft. Any game I'd like to
Bayonetta.
see. That's got
Clear.
a lot more than 2%.
It's
I would
close
say,
enough.
Yeah,
That's a 10% game, that.
for sure. I don't think there's any game with nudity without nudity that I want nudity in. I don't think that like adds to the purity of the experience.
What else have I played?
Calvin,
recently?
how quickly
Astrobot?
did it take for you to take off the character's underwear in Baldur's Gate 3?
I didn't know you could do that for ages.
All right, how quickly after you found that out did it take?
May have played around with it.
No, I don't know. I don't think any game out there is crying for more nudity.
No. I do like that you get full schlong in Baldur's Gate. I like that you see the schlong
Do you?
immediately,
Do
and
you?
then it almost like, right, you've seen it now. Chill out. You've got 5%
Sorry,
immediately.
did you? Do you?
What do you mean?
Do you see Dong?
I mean the character creation, yeah.
Oh, do you? Is it this is something
Immediately.
I'm sure everyone's curious about.
Immediately.
I didn't think they had bits because they just don't need them, do they? So
Yeah,
why
well,
do they have penises?
But the Cyberpunk's the exact same. Like, why do you need
No,
to...
but V is someone who can have children. Like a Space Marine doesn't need his penis.
No, I'm not saying you see...
Come with me.
I'm talking about Baldur's Gate, not
Oh,
Space
right. I was so
Now,
confused.
that's a level
I
of 40
was-
Games Workshop
I was like,
customization.
I am sure more people would be talking about this. Just the proportionality of
Titus'
nothing else. That's what I was going to ask.
cock.
That's what I was going to ask.
I don't think Space Marines have genitals.
No, I don't think they did.
Like,
No.
are they Ken dolls?
They don't need
Yeah.
them. What the fuck are they doing?
How do they get? How do they?
Oh,
how
look
do
at
they?
you. You barely even scraped the
Yeah.
scum of the beef stew. They have something called a gene seed
Oh, they're
I know, yeah, I've heard of
chemically
it.
castrated.
and then
Right.
literally castrated. I'd take the cocks off all the Space Marines.
Yeah.
They don't need. I don't want them to piss. If they don't
Leave them on the
piss,
sprue.
if they don't piss, they're just angrier, and that helps me, the Emperor of Mankind.
Always in a rush, never able to relieve.
That's it.
It's like me coming into the house after a long day,
Yeah.
sprinting towards the toilet.
People are really getting
Like
into
a
the
tyranny.
topic
Oh
online.
well, this is the problem. You see, is that you've got these
Removal of the
absolute
gonads.
beef
know-
these beef submariners here who just like wallow in the stew. Who are just like,
Yeah.
oh, actually, I want to talk about the fucking gacked up
This guy's for them having penises.
You should put this on the screen, please, Calvin.
Sorry,
Do you want to
thank
bet? What do you reckon the ratio is for people who are for Space Marine penises but against female Space Marines? I think that might be a 1-to-1.
1-to-1.
I think that's a 1-to-1 ratio. Sorry, we're not Calvin. We made a solemn vow to not let you play any more.
The
10-minute
TV's
videos, but
broken, and we've still went into the
you scrolling through
dakadaka.com.
Yeah, you scrolling through
Great
the
website.
Dakadaka. Yeah, you scrolling through the Dakadaka forums is not what I need. Is not what I need. Stop it, Calvin. I've got this metal thing, and I will fucking shook it at you. Lad.
Please don't.
There was speaking of penises, you know, Tekken 8.
Yes.
You're aware of good. You haven't played the new Tekken?
Nope. Have you? When was the last time you played Tekken?
Fucking ages ago. The DLC came out and I didn't buy it.
Very proud of you.
For
very
once,
proud of
I
you.
didn't immediately go, yeah, I'll buy the year's worth of characters immediately.
Yeah.
I specifically was like, let's see how we get on.
Hold on, big guy.
Hold on a minute. Which I probably now that Heihachi is coming back. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
That took him a long time, didn't it? Didn't the fucking guy say no one?
No,
can-
he's dead. I finally killed him, and then he's the third DLC character.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's not coming back. No one could replace Heihachi, and then I'm like, oh, people aren't buying the game. No one's playing the game anymore.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what's happened. But like they had the replacement character of Reina, who was dead cool, who was supposed to be like
Still
this.
popular as well, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was class because there was no Heihachi. And they're like, oh, we'll play this bitch then. And she was unreal, and they brought him back in. Anyway, I got fed like an ad of a collab between Tekken 8 and what the fuck is the company called? They're like a fashion brand, Gentle Monster. Have you ever heard of Gentle Monster?
Nope.
They're like a high fashion, super expensive, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they've come up with, if you can look up Gentle Monster Tekken 8 glasses, they've made Kazuya Mishima specific glasses.
This I hate. It's like when the fucking Death Stranding watch got made, and it was like £900 fucking pounds. How
If
much
you
is
can
it?
go, if you can go to the website, yeah, Inferno CS1s.
Oh,
Look at
those
the
are
and now imagine I
absolutely
spent all the Patreon money and I rock up with these £410 pair of Kazuya flaming sunglasses.
I'd fucking glue him to your face. What you can buy is
Get his gloves.
oh, is that? Oh
See it? Oh, he's sold. He's in.
no, I can't. This
Everyone
is the
sign
kind
up
of
to the
shit.
Patreon.
This is the kind of shit I can fall for. Cause I wanted, like I say, I wanted to buy the watch from Death Stranding because it's cool. But I also wanted to
Oh,
buy.
wow, look at these. Look at these other
I
glasses.
also wanted to buy Kim Kitsuragi's jacket, but that's like £1,500.
Doesn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I wanted him. Calvin, is your cousin brother
Can we mention?
Mhm.
with the Kim Kitsuragi jacket? Does
don't
he
know what that
want to
is.
get rid of it yet?
What's that?
It's a
the
flight
jacket,
jacket.
from.
Oh,
Disco Elysium.
I can check.
Yes, please do check.
Is it a cool thing to have?
No, it's not a cool thing. No.
Oh,
Very in the stew. That's what they call that.
No, it's not cool. And it's, you know what else it isn't? Valuable. So see if he wants to sell it.
I'll pass it on.
Because I will buy it.
I've played the first like 5 hours of Disco Elysium, and then the same thing. Oh, I'm not buckled enough, and I give up.
It's not a game you have to buckle very hard.
Oh,
for.
really?
It doesn't get any bigger than where you're at.
See, I essentially failed every dice roll,
That's good.
and I was like, oh fuck,
Failure
and I
is
felt like a failure.
Failure is a chance to grow, my love.
Yes, and
Failure is a chance
I'm
to
gonna
grow.
try it again. How long have we done, Calvin?
Fucking
like an hour.
Oh, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Let's-
I
hey,
enjoyed that. We talked about visual novels, talked about the H word, we talked about Persona, we talked about Space Marines. Here we got right into the fucking beef stew today, lad.
Aye.
neck deep in the stew and the sauce.
Hell yeah.
Well, let's
You should
let's-
like and subscribe. You got this far. You should subscribe to the channel, probably.
sprung out of here.
Let's get sprung. Hey, girlies. Time to get sprung.
Katie is not gonna like that when she is.
What do you mean? Kitty,
You're
you're
basically
getting
just
sprung
saying
with the boys.
You're just saying, "Hey, girls, I want to fuck you all."
No,
That is-
no.
that
They
is
don't
Katie.
get. They don't get naked and sprung. Josh, you said so yourself. You want to have platonic relations with lots of
No,
friends.
they're not.
That's what sprung's all
It's
about.
not. It's not about
Sprung
a platonic
is about
thing.
the friends we made along the way on both screens.
That's not what it is.
Dual screens, dual friends.
You have two friends. One for every
One
screen.
for-
Why would I possibly need any more? Right. Let's out. I'll I'll do a like, comment, share, subscribe.
I'm keeping this in, by the way.
Then why would you do that?
Yeah,
that's not funny.
It's
for you to put. It's for you to put at the start of the video so you can get some engagement. It's not funny. Just me doing one at the very end when no one's going to watch it.
Both, and yet the Easter egg is that they get to see this part.
They can do that if they subscribe to our Patreon. How about that? See, so I'm going to do this.
I need to buy these Casio sunglasses, everyone. Get on with the fucking Patreon.
What a funny joke that you won't have understood yet. No,
Call forward.
I hate those. I hate those. We talk about hentai in this one.
Okay. Episode finished. You do the thing.
It was finished ages ago. You're like, we're keeping it in. You're keeping it in.
You didn't do a fuck it, whatever.
Hello, everyone. Sorry to announce. This isn't getting anyone in, is it? Hello. Today, in this very jam-packed, beef-packed episode,
that's another call forward.
Isn't that good?
No.
Do we not want to do that?
No, we don't want call forwards.
Oh, do we not?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Just tell people.
Sorry,
I
didn't go to fucking YouTube school. Like, you pair of fucking absolute deans. Like, look at you. Oh, you can't do a call forward. Shut the fuck up. Keep this in.
No, I'm not keeping this in.
Shut the fuck up,
I'm not keeping
YouTube
in the
school,
bits I
man.
don't like.
Well, you're the dean of fucking YouTubeology. Fucking forensic YouTubeologist, you fucking pencil neck. Anyway, today we talk about... Oh, no, we can't do that because that's a fucking... But that is not...
In what fucking universe do we start doing this? Why have you just started doing... You've just went podcast over, right? I'll do a call forward now. What the fuck are you doing?
I'm trying to drive engagement, you
No, it's not the way...
cunt.
No, this is not...
Fucking...
Gonna do. I'm keeping this in.
Yeah. Do it.
Send this to your manager.
Do it. I'll fucking... bash you all.
Fucking burn it down to the ground.
Fucking bash you, lad.
No, fuck the call for it. I will just finish.
Just needs to be an ad.
I'm doing an ad for the fucking start of video. Oh, for another one, so we don't have to do it
don't
like
for
you.
the start. It's a mid-roll.
Patreon.
It's a mid-roll.
Hello, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the episode so far. We're both really angry because apparently there's a fucking like whole degree in YouTube that we're supposed to do. I hope you look forward. I hope you look forward to the rest of the episode because it's really funny. But apparently I'm not supposed to talk about any of that because that's a call forward, which we're not supposed to do. You son of a bitch.
What the fuck?
Shut the fuck up. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please.
Patreon.
Fucking suck your dick.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Patreon.
No, it's not going on Patreon. This is going in the middle of the episode. This is going in the middle of the episode.
Join the Patreon.
Right, there we go.
I'm just putting this on Patreon because none of this is usable in the
There
episode.
it is. Absolutely usable.
What are you talking about?
Why is it not usable?
Because this fucking dumb, which is great, but not for the middle of our... Oh, well, I guess we're talking about our visual novels for a while.
Yeah.
Here, hello, beefy boys. We're here.
I didn't say that. That's what you'd say because you were always trying to brand everything like Mr. YouTube.
You're
Mr.
the one
fucking
you're the
Mr.
one that
Red
said,
Bubble.
You're the one that kept bringing up the beef stew. I was like, oh, you're doing something here. I'm
beef
picking up
stew
on
is funny.
Beef stew is funny. Don't like
Anyway,
stew.
I'm going to do another one. Why don't you do one? Show me how it's done.
No?
Okay.
Well,
I'm just going to keep free.
in this episode, Josh is a cunt again.
I'm just going to keep freewheeling it until you keep one in. I'm going to use as much tape as we need to use. I don't give a shit. No, I'll stay here as long as I like. I hope you're enjoying the episode today, everyone. Feel free to... Oh, no, feel free. What am I? Like am I a robot butler?
I
What am I, a
crash
robot
course at
butler?
YouTube school.
You can't get... It's not crash course, Dylan. It's a 4-year course with a 1 sandwich year. Like, fuck me. Apparently. All the intricacies. Ooh. The tangled web of YouTube. You must never talk about something that happens later in the episode because the YouTube viewers are stupid and simple folk who doesn't understand editing.
No, you're...
Like, comment, share, and subscribe, please. Fuck off. Right, gonna do one for another episode as well. Just so you can-
Patreon.
No, I'm
We need a
not.
Patreon.
Oh.
That's what the whole thing is.
All right. Well, I guess just keep all that in and
Keep
subscribe
all
to the
that.
Patreon.
And also subscribe to the page.
Woo! I'm gonna do one more. Oh, dual screens. Oh, that's call forward. Oh, I'm gonna do one for next. No, I'm not gonna do that. Fuck you. Share this with two of your friends. What does it take? You know what I mean? Give us a little like, a little subscribe, little. Oh, sorry, no one does that anymore. Tap. And share it to two people. Dylan's looking on in absolute awe. The ability of me to shill this podcast. Aha. Oh, we have a laugh, don't we? Brought to you by Liverpool podcast. I'm out of juice. Juice has been let loose.